Hey everybody, today we are going to be doing a first impression / review of Morphe's new 35p palette. Oh yeah. I saw this online and my mom and I were both like, oh my god, so I ordered it immediately. This is what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It is mostly purple tones, and honestly in this it makes it look like these aren't really purple, but these are very purple as well. So I thought I could do like a first impression video of what I think about this palette. Now, right off the bat, my three favorite shades are actually on this side. This one, and this one. I'm going to swatch them real quick just to kind of show you how gorgeous they are, because I did swatch them yesterday and my mind was absolutely blown by the quality and the pigmentation. I have not put them on my eyes yet though, so this is a true first impression. Like, look at these shades. They are absolutely gorgeous, so I thought, why not? Let's do a little video and test them out and see how they apply, how they blend, and see what kind of look we can come up with. So immediately, right off the bat, I am going to take a fluffy blending brush, and just so you know, like, one of my main things when I do eyeshadow now is using this quick color change by Dream Beauty Box, like sponge thing, and you can use a dirty brush, do this, and then it takes all of the shadow off of it, so it's really quick and an easy way to switch colors without having to change your brush so often. So that is definitely what I use. I'm immediately going to dip into this kind of bone shade. I wish they had names, but with as many palettes as Morphe comes out with, like, they don't, I couldn't imagine them coming up with a name for every single shadow in every single palette, because they come out with new things, new palettes, like, every single day. I mean, not that often, but they come out with them really often. So anyway, I'm going to take that bone shade and just blend this all over my lid to set my foundation on my lid. I'm going to zoom you in. Now, you might see color grabbing in certain areas because I have psoriasis all over my eyelids. Like, for example, right there, that's just dry skin. It's not that the makeup is like doing that or gathering, it's just my psoriasis is really bad right now. I've had kind of a stressful week, like, as you can see, like, back here and in there. Just ignore that, seriously, because that really has no bearing on the quality of the eyeshadow at all, so we're just going to ignore that. So, I just wish for each Morphe palette that Morphe would number the shadows, at least, so you could at least have, like, a little number underneath each one, so that you could say, like, oh, I'm using number 15, or number 20, or 4, you know, so that at least people could follow along. Morphe, that's up to you, but I just think that would help. Okay. So I really enjoy these oranger, warmer toned shades. They're not really warm tones. I mean, this is a pretty cool tone palette, but I like these orangier shades when I'm doing purple shadow. So I'm going to, again, take this brush and I'm going to dip into this shade right here. It looks like that's definitely like an orangier shade. Tap it off. And I'm just going to, my mirror's here, so that's why I'm looking here. I'm just blending it into that crease. And we can deepen it after, but I just want to lay this transition shade down. And you could look at this as a tutorial. It's not really a tutorial. I'm just kind of going with what my heart is telling me. So we'll see how it turns out. Maybe this will be a good look, I'm hoping. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been really getting into more color lately. So like a lot of my makeup and videos is a lot more colorful than usual. And I'm just trying to play around, do some different things, because my go-to is kind of like either a neutral smoky eye or like a nice warm toned look. And I really just want to play around and not be so concerned with, oh, this shade is flattering on my eyes and this one's not. Oh, this one looks good with my skin tone. Oh, this one doesn't. I'm trying to really play around and take more risks with my makeup, because I do find myself getting into a certain comfort zone where I don't explore so much. So next, I'm actually going to go into this deeper color right here. Only a teeny tiny bit. I'm just using the same brush with the same color on it, previous color, and I'm just going to blend a little bit lower down. So like not quite the lid, but right in that crease below that color we landed first. Just giving it a little bit extra depth. That's all we want. We don't want it too smoky yet. I'm trying to think if I want to do like all purple lid, a halo lid, or if I want to do smoky purple. Okay, so far it's blending beautifully. The pigment is gorgeous, as you can see. I'm going to wipe off this brush in this sponge thing. Next, we're going to take a little bit more of a precision brush. So this kind of a brush like that, okay? And we are going to start introducing some purple. I really, really love this reddish purple shade down here. So if you look at it, it looks like that. It's really pretty. So I think I'm going to dig into that just a little bit. Not much. Oh, it's really pigmented. Definitely tap that off. And I'm just going to rock it right in here. Really lightly. It's kind of a maroon plum or eggplant. It's really pretty. I'm just going to lay that right in that crease. Not worrying about blending it yet. I will be. But don't bring it too low on the lid. You just want to leave that part really nice and light still. I'm going to take my blender again and dip into this shade right here. And that looks like that. So it's similar, but just a little bit less intense and a little bit lighter. But I think that will help for a nice little blend. So we're going to just take that on this blending brush. And yeah, you see how nice that's blending out already? Look at the difference. It's so pretty. And it's blending out beautifully. And I can honestly say, like, purple eyeshadows, if you watch a lot of beauty YouTubers, you will know purple is a really, really hard eyeshadow formula to perfect. Purple, it's just a difficult formula. So sometimes when you get purple in palettes, it doesn't work very well. It's either not pigmented, or it blends badly, or it's just a chunky shadow, not good consistency, whatever whatever the issue is. I've experienced that a lot with purple eyeshadows, but I can say that so far, this is really good. I really want to do these three shades, but they're not going to work together, I don't think. Well, why don't we try it? Why don't we work it out? So I'm going to actually take my setting spray, my Wet n Wild's Photo Focus setting spray. I love this stuff. And I'm going to take a flat angled brush like this, okay, like a packing almost, and then I'm going to spray it with some setting spray. And I'm going to dig into first this dark shade. Put it on the outside. Ooh, look how pretty and pigmented. I'm going to put it on the outside, on the inner edge like that. Something like this. We're going to blend, we're going to make it work. Don't worry. I'm going to take some more for the other side. Okay, this is where we're at. Okay, looking crazy, but we're going to make it work. So we're going to take, this is an Urban Decay brush from a Naked palette, but if you have like a brush that's kind of tapered, it looks like this, but it's a little bit fluffier, I'm going to dig right back into this shade that I had done to help blend out that dark crease. Only a little bit. Tap it out, and we're just going to run it over top in that crease to help blend these edges of that dark purple out just a little bit. We want to keep it really bold, so we don't want to like blend the actual dark purple, but we just want to help blend into that crease so it's not like all of a sudden purple, you know? Next, I'm going to clean the wet side of the brush off. I'm going to re-wet it and go in with this redder purple shade that was right above that. I'm kind of going to do like a double halo eye, if that makes sense. We're going to see if I can make it work, because I really wanted to use all three of these shades. So let's see. This shade is so pretty. I can't wait to see what it looks like wet. Okay, so we're just going to go right in the middle. Pretty. Okay, so this is what we have going on so far. We're gonna blend, but we're just gonna go slow with it. So now, I'm gonna go back in with this deeper shade down here, this one that we used originally in the crease. I'm going to go in with that same brush like this. I'm going to dip into it just a little bit. Blend it out again in the crease. Just blend that little bit out. Really lightly though. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change brushes. I'm going to go back to this fluffy one because I think this one might work actually a little bit better to blend this out. Now that that is blended right in that crease, we are going to once again take that same flat brush. Make sure you wipe it off really well. We're going to wet it one last time, and I'm going to take this light shade right here. It's absolutely gorgeous, oh my god. And we're just going to put it right in the middle. Like that. So it's like a double halo. Now we can take our blending brush one last time and blend that edge in to the crease so we don't have just like one harsh line of light shadow. And now we're going to work on the bottom, which is sometimes my favorite part. So what I'm going to do first of all is take a pencil brush. Ulta's pointed eyeliner brush is like my absolute favorite for the bottom lash line. I'm going to dig into this little, it's like a gray lavender shade. Looks like that. It's really pretty. So I'm going to take that on this liner brush and I'm going to run it along my lashes and connect it to the outer edge of my upper lash line. I'm going to carry it all the way into the inside of the lashes. Next I'm taking this like smudger brush like this, right? It looks like there's shadow on it, but there's not. And I'm going to dig into the original shade that we put in our crease, which is this orangey coral shade. I'm going to use it to blend underneath of that. I'm going to take blue eyeliner by LA Colors. It's a blue metallic liner, and I'm going to place it in my waterline. I'm going to take this brush one more time and dip back into that grayish lavender shade and smudge that liner out. And then last but not least, lashes. Okay, so this is the finished look with the Morphe palette. I really, really like it. I think that it's actually really pretty and it makes my eye color pop quite a bit. I actually really, really enjoy it. I think that this palette is blendable. Like, the blending in any Morphe palette is amazing, and their formula is just getting better and better. Creamier, more blendable, more pigmented, just amazing. And these shadows are such good quality. I could not get this kind of an eyeshadow look with any palette that I own. Any of them. This one is definitely a staple in your eyeshadow collection if you're looking for the perfect purple, cool toned, popping, pigmented eyeshadows. How many more words can I use to describe it? I really actually enjoy it, and I'm really excited to play more with this palette and just see what kind of looks I can come up with and share with you guys. Let me know if you'd like a tutorial with this palette, like an actual well thought out tutorial. I think for my first time playing with it and experiencing these shadows for the first time, I think this look is really, really pretty, really smoky, really nice looking. And yeah, I feel like with palettes like this, even though a lot of people might complain like, oh, it's so much of the same kind of color, in this palette, even though they're mostly purple tones and like cool tones, you could do so much with this. So much, so many different looks. You could do a natural look, you could do a neutral even, you could do a super bright look, you could do a dramatic look like this, smoky. You could do so many looks with this. So let me know if you would like to see any. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for hanging out with me while I test that out and being patient since this is like my first look with this palette. I love all of you. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.